continue getting those trading ideas to you. We're now joined by Sameet Chauhan of Angel Broking as well as Sumit Bagadia of Choice Broking. Morning to both of you. Sameet, first to you then, and if you can tell us what are the top trading ideas you would like to recommend and what's your rationale for selecting those stocks?
Good morning, Kamya. Yes, certainly the earlier resistance for Nifty, which was around 7750, 7780, has now shifted lower. So for next at least couple of days, 7670 to 7700 is likely to act as a strong resistance. Thus, we have two shorting candidates in our list, and we have one buy call. That buy call would be on Ajanta Pharma. Clearly, within the pharma space, we are seeing some divergence. We have a buy call on Ajanta Pharma and short call on Aurobindo Pharma. If we look at the Ajanta Pharma's daily as well as weekly chart structure, it certainly looks good on the daily chart. It has already confirmed a higher top higher bottom formation, and on the weekly chart, the parabolic SAR indicator is in a buy mode. As of now, since last 3 to 4 weeks, we are seeing a consolidation in a narrow range. But it's a matter of time. The stock is likely to give a strong breakout beyond its resistance of 1440, 1450. We have a near-term target of 1495 for Ajanta Pharma, and it can be bought by keeping a stop loss at 1368. Our sell call would be on Aurobindo Pharma. This is clearly trading around its strong resistance zone of 750, 760 since last couple of weeks. We are seeing a series of narrow range bodies in last 3 to 4 trading sessions. It is also trading around its daily 89 EMA, which is likely to act as a strong hurdle. Thus, going forward, we expect an immediate correction in Aurobindo Pharma. That correction could be towards 715, 710. It can be shorted by keeping a strict stop loss at 762. And our final call would be to short Reliance Infra. Day before yesterday, it had confirmed its bearish chart structure on daily chart, around its 78.6% retracement of the recent down move. The daily as well as hourly chart structure certainly looks weak. The RSI momentum is clearly negatively poised. Thus, we expect an immediate correction in Reliance Infra. It is likely to correct towards 515, 510 and can be shorted by keeping a stop loss at 552.
Okay, that's a word coming in from Sameet, running us through his recommendations. And once again, you have the bias, which is on the sell side. Sumit Bagadia also joins in. And Sumit, quite a contra view. You're going ahead and buying 3 stocks. What is it that looks favorable in today's market?
Good morning, Avan. Well, yes, absolutely. We are buying all the 3 stocks for the day. As far as the view is concerned, see, yesterday we showed fall in the market, but I think that Nifty has supported 7580 levels, and from here we should see a recovery in next 1 or 2 days. So based on that, we have selected few stocks which are looking good on the charts. I think among metals, JSW still looks good to me. Today it's already trading a bit on the higher side, and we feel that from present levels we can see a rally till 1300 or 1320 levels in next few couple of days. So I think JSW still is a very good buy at 1270-75 levels, with a stop loss to be placed at 1240 on lower side for the initial target of 1300. And if 1300 is taken away, then we can see a rally till 1320 in next 2 or 3 days time horizon. Well, the second stock that looks good to me is Century Textile. Century Textile, after a correction of 2 days, today it has given a sharp recovery from lower levels, and it has engulfed yesterday's high also, yesterday's candle also. I think from present levels, Century Textile is also a very good buy. If there is a correction of 5-6 rupees from present levels, that means somewhere around 535, 538 levels, then that would be a very good buy opportunity, with a small stop loss to be placed at 520 rupees on lower side for the upside target of 570 rupees in next couple of days. Well, the third stock that looks good to me is Jet Airways. Jet Airways is giving good move from lower levels, and past 2-3 days we have seen that it has already given a good upside move. I think from present levels we can see a rally till 640, 660 levels in next couple of days. So purely for a trading perspective, if anyone wants to initiate a long position in Jet Airways, then can initiate at CMP or on dips in prices till 600 rupees in Jet Airways should be used as a buying opportunity, with a stop loss to be placed at 580 rupees on lower side for the initial target of 640. And if 640 is taken away, then there is a possibility that we might see levels of 660 in next couple of days.
That's a call coming in and some trading recommendations there. But away from equities, let's also get in a check on the commodity basket and find out how crude is shaping up. And clearly, we are seeing a bit of a jump there as hopes for an agreement among exporters to freeze output underpin the market. And although a persistent global oversupply and Iran's plans to boost production is pressuring the physical oil prices. And at this point of time, oil is up in trade by about 2.5%. Brent crude also gaining about 1.5%. Now remember, oil futures are recovering from 1 month lows to end up in the previous session after the Kuwait governor for the OPEC said that there were positive indications that an agreement will be reached. Take a look at gold as well and how they are shaping up at this point of time. The precious metal pack, to be specific, and gold clearly holding on to sharp overnight gains as disappointing global economic data and a tumble in equities is sending the investors scurry towards the safe haven metal. However, a bit of a downtick coming in there, 12.28 on the last tick, down in trade by about 0.25%. Silver hovering around the 15 mark, down by about 0.4%. And investors are clearly awaiting the release of the minutes of Federal Reserve's March policy meeting, which is due later in the session, to gauge the outlook of the U.S. Central Bank's monetary policy. Well, that's the word coming in on precious metals, but get in a word then from Vandana Bharti, who is the AVP Commodity Research, and find out the strategies there. Vandana, great to have you with us. First up, if you can share your strategy for crude. How is it that you would like to approach crude at this point of time?
Yeah, for crude, like recent statement by Kuwait that they will go for output freeze and without the support of even Iran, and it is giving a boost up to the crude oil prices. In first round of buying, we have seen that crude was trying to touch the $40 mark, and after that we have seen a correction. So this is the second quarter, and again we are seeing that buying again come up, and we may see a $40 target for crude oil this time. But yes, at the same time today crude oil inventories are scheduled from US, and we are expecting an increase in the prices. So for Indian market, I am a buyer for this commodity for the intraday, and one should go for buy at the level of 24.40 here for the target of 2500 with a stop loss of 24.20. But yes, at the same time for short term crude oil is looking good, and first quarterly results from economic releases from major countries, they will come up, and whatever the outcome of this data, this will give impact on the prices of commodities as well, whether it is bullion counter, energy counter or base metal counter. So we have to track the data while investing into commodities, especially in crude oil and bullion counter.
And what's your strategy on copper, Vandana?
For copper, LME is giving signal that there is a drop down in inventories in LME warehouses, but at the same time we have seen pile up in the inventories in Shanghai. So this is not giving a clear picture for this commodity, but yes, for intraday prospect I am expecting an upside in this commodity, and for April contract I would recommend buying in this commodity at the level of 360, but for a very short target of 322 here with a stop loss, strict stop loss of 314.
Okay, Vandana, thanks very much for sharing your strategy from crude as well as copper space. Let's also thank each of our technical experts for taking time out and sharing their technical ideas with us on Traders 20. Let's slip into a short break at this point of time, but on the other side, we come back with BNSN, the stock game.